So he said, gents, you got 30 seconds left. So once again, if you can start to clear the pool for us now, please. Okay then, so once again, a very good afternoon and welcome back to day number 6, session number 12 of the 2022 Lancashire County Championships. As we said, this is your final session of action for this year. So what have we got coming up for you this afternoon? In event 651, we've got the Women's Open 50 metre freestyle. Event 652 is the Men's Open 100 metres backstroke. And 653 is the Women's 200 metres butterfly. After that, we go to your last 2 sets of finals. 654 to 660 is your men's 100 back. And 661 through to 667 is the women's 50 metre freestyle. Okay, so as we said, we are going to be starting at event 651, the Women's Open 50 metre freestyle. There are 34 heats in this event. I'll send you down to your race officials.
In Heat 1, Lane 1, we've got Azra Eva Yavas, Lane 2, Pollyanna Hodgson, Lane 3, Betsy Lloyd, Lane 4, Felicity Coward, and Lane 5, Emily Young.
So a very good afternoon for everyone joining us on YouTube. Everybody watching downstairs in the seated area as well. Very busy down there this afternoon, let me tell you. I hope you all enjoy the racing. But as the girls go through the 25 at the moment, possibly lane number 3 in Betsy Lloyd. Wigan Best seems to just be out in front, but it is very close. Lane number 1 as well. It's coming through hard, but as they're making their way to the wall, who is going to get the touch? It is going to be lane number 1 in a time of 36.20. We move to Heat 2.
Heat number 2, Lane 1 is Eleanor Fothergill, Lane 2, Camilla Holland, Lane 3, Bethany McWembury, Lane 4, Holly Warburton, Lane 5, Grace Tushingham, and Lane 6, Sienna Wrigley.
As you can imagine, obviously we will do some good luck shout-outs, but whilst the 50s are going on, that is probably not going to be possible, so we do apologise if we don't read your messages out as they go through towards the last 15. It is lane number 5. Grace, who is out in front at the moment, as well as lane number 3. In Bethany, and we'll see who's going to take the touch. And it is Bethany in a time of 34.71. Move on to Heat 3.
Heat 3, Lane 1 is Ellen Jones, Lane 2, Mia Robinson, Lane 3, Gracie Smith, Lane 4, Poppy Johnson, Lane 5, Gracie Yates, and Lane 6, Philippa Rankin.
Can we have heats through to number 16 now, so up to Heat 16 for the 50 freestyle through to marshalling, please. Well, lots of noise being made from the poolside, cheering the fellow swimmers on as they make their way through the 15. Looks like lane number 4, Poppy Johnson, might just be out in front. Although lane 2 is fighting hard in Mia Robinson. Poppy going under the flags. Looks like she'll take the touch. And she does in 33.89. Move on to Heat 4.
Heat 4, Lane 1 is Ava Grimshaw, Lane 2, Elora Dawson, Lane 3, Pollyanna Kershaw, Lane 4, Megan Hacking, Lane 5, Maisie Lloyd, and Lane 6, Eva Turner.
So again, as they're going through 25, looks like it is lane 5 with Maisie Lloyd, who's out in front at the moment. But again, it's very, very close as they start to come through the final 15. From this angle, it still looks like Maisie has a slight lead. We'll see she does. But lane 2 fighting back. Ilora there as they come under the flags and towards the wall. Who's going to take the touch? It is Maisie Lloyd in a time of 33.18. We move on to heat 5.
Heat 5, lane 1 is Maisie Geary, lane 2 Caitlin Hume, lane 3 Chiara Filone, lane 4 Scarlett Knights, lane 5 Isabella Bonfield and lane 6 Chloe Whittington.
So at the moment, lane 2 looks to be out in front as well as 6. I say it does look like lane 2 at the moment, though, and that is Caitlin Hume, Bolton Metro. But lane 6 working hard as well. Let's see. Here's Caitlin under the flags and into the wall, and Caitlin touches in 32.44.
Heat 6, lane 1 Erin Waite, lane 2 Elizabeth Adam, lane 3 Daisy Lee, lane 4 Tilly Stevens, lane 5 Megan Ellis and lane 6 Kira Johnson.
So yeah, quick good luck message to Kerry Sullivan. Good luck from Rosie and Bernie. So good luck to you. At the moment, as you go through 25, it is lane 5. Megan Ellis, I would say, is out in front. But coming, fighting out about is lane number 4 in Tilly Stevens. But lane 5 seems to be out. As I said, as she comes in and goes to touch the wall, it is lane 5 Megan Ellis in 31.65. We move to heat 7.
Heat 7, lane 1 Olivia Rowland, lane 2 Anya Foxwell, lane 3 Layla Newton, lane 4 Sophie Whittles, lane 5 Lauren Dene and lane 6 Georgia Howard.
So through the first 25, Layla Newton in lane number 3 is leading the way, but the rest of the field are very close together. And say lane 2 is fighting hard as well. And say we will see as we come towards the flags. Still lane 3 at the moment, who's out in front in Layla. And she will touch the wall in a time of 31.12.
Heat 8, lane 1 Laurie Whittaker, lane 2 Nella Cockis, lane 3 Lucia Lesty, lane 4 Jessica McNiven, lane 5 Charlotte Middleton and lane 6 Robin Salis.
So off we go. Lane 4 had a great start and she's probably just out in front at the moment. But again, this, as you would expect, is very close. But as they move through to the final 15, let's say lane number 5 there, Charlotte coming back strong as well. But you've also got now lane 2 is in Nella. And lane 1, Laurie, let's see who touches the first. It is going to be lane number 2, Nella, touching in 31.55.
Heat 9, lane 1 Layla Lawrenson, lane 2 Sophie Lee, lane 3 Madeline Andrew, lane 4 Caitlin Scaife, lane 5 Evie Sampson, lane 6 Florrie Coyne.
Can we have through to heat 20 through to marshalling, please? Heat 20 through to marshalling. Thank you. So it looks like probably lane 6 in Florrie, who does seem to be out in front at the moment. Also lane 1, so your outside lane's going very fast, as well as Sophie Lee coming through as well in lane 2. Probably going to be lane 1 who takes the touch, and it is. Layla touches in 31.51. We move to heat 10.
In Heat 10, Lane 1, we've got Nicole Farley, Lane 2, Olivia Ballard, Lane 3, Isabella Holmes, Lane 4, Ebony Thorburn, Lane 5, Laura David Caterino, and Lane 6, Evie Sunderland.
So good luck to Evie Cutter, lots of love from Grandma, Debbie, Kev and Zena. And it says they make their way up the pool though, the swimmers, it looks like lanes 5 and 6. Lane 6 in Evie Sunderland, who's out in front at the moment, but they're all coming back very fast into the final 5 metres, taking the touch. Evie Sunderland in a time of 31.44. We move to Heat 11.
Heat 11, Lane 1, Nicole Hargreaves, Lane 2, Sadie Wilson, Lane 3, Poppy Lowerson, Lane 4, Grace Robotham Keating, Lane 5, Faith Wood, Lane 6, Enia Chisnell.
They're flying through these heats as they make their way through the first 25, possibly lanes 2, 5 and 6. Well, it says they make their way into the final 15 and we find that camera angle that lets us know 2, 4, 5 and 6 are coming under. I would say lane 2 might probably get in and get the touch. It is lane 2, Sadie Wilson, touching in 30.59. We move to Heat 12.
Heat 12, Lane 1, Kate Roberts, Lane 2, Maeve Bunclark, Lane 3, Ellie Cowan, Lane 4, Jessica Ball, Lane 5, Lajane Elgengahi, and Lane 6, Honor Luckhurst.
So again, coming through the first 25, swimmers very close together. Looks like lanes 2 and 4. I'll say number 4 at the minute, and Jessica Ball, who's out in front. And it is nearly a body length, or just under that anyway. She goes under the flags. Jessica Ball is going to touch and she's going to take a time of 29.81.
Heat 13, Lane 1, Jessica Corder, Lane 2, Charlotte Wilson, Lane 3, Bailey Peel, Lane 4, Harriet Rawlings, Lane 5, Lola Cragg, and Lane 6 is Millie Griffiths.
So again, in the early goings, looks like possibly lane 5 in the shape of Lola Cragg, who's out in front. Already through into the last 15 of this heat. Lane 2 working hard as well. And it's still Lola out in front, but lane 2, Charlotte Wilson closing all the time. And we'll see who gets a touch in this one. It is Lola Cragg in 30.56. We move to Heat 14.
Heat 14, Lane 1, Violet Priestley, Lane 2, Eleanor Clark, Lane 3, Maya Sturrock, Lane 4, Gabrielle McCulloch, Lane 5, Lucy Mulholland, and Lane 6 is Nandini Kapoor.
So again, through the first 25, nothing to pick with them. It looks like lanes 5 and 6 could be out in front as they go through to the final 15. Well, it could be anyone's. This is said 5 looks to be out in front, but you've got 1 and 6 not far behind as well as everyone. Let's see who takes the touch. And it is going to be Lucy Mulholland in a time of 30.69.
Heat 15, Lane 1, Emma Gilmore, Lane 2, Clara Spence, Lane 4, Kerry Sullivan, Lane 5, Neve Mussel, and Lane 6, Georgia Eccles.
Can we now have up to Heat 25 through to marshalling for the 50 freestyle, please? Up to Heat 25. So as they go through towards the final 15, I would say it looks like lanes 5 and 6 in Neve Mussel and Georgia Eccles, as well as lane number 2 as well, Clara Spence coming through. Let's see. And it is Georgia Eccles who touches in 30.59.
Heat 16, lane 1, Molly Figgins, lane 2, Grace Robinson, lane 3, Sophie Davis, lane 4, Joni Dunn, lane 5, Caitlin Pusalachi-Suchu, and lane 6, Madeline Smith.
So at the moment, looks like lane 3 and 6, as it's Sophie and Madeline, as they go through towards the final 15 of this heat. Yeah, as we were saying, lanes 3 and 6, but 1 and 2 coming back very strongly as well. Is lane 3, Sophie Davis going to hold on? She is. She touches first in 30.26. Heat 17.
Heat 17, lane 1, Chloe Batty, lane 2, Abigail Shepherd, lane 3, Alyssa Boslam, lane 4, Ola Emery, lane 5, Lucia Day, and lane 6, Lily Tipping.
So off they go, and through 25 they are, and it is lane 6, Lily Tipping, out in front at the moment. As I said, as they move to the final 15, it is still Lily Tipping in lane number 6, but coming back very strongly is lane number 4. As they come under the flags and into the wall, it is Lily Tipping touching in 29.75. We move on to Heat 18.
Heat 18, lane 1, Amy Morris, lane 2, Emily Jackson-Smith, lane 3, Hannah Lamore, lane 4, Eleni Zenarianos, lane 5, Emily Wade, lane 6, Sarah Dodd.
Okay, and we're halfway down the pool already, moving towards the lane ropes. Out in front, lane number 5, Emily Wade, Leyland Balakudas, but really tightly followed by lanes 3 and 4. And at the touch, it is lane 3, Hannah Lama, in a time of 30.54.
Heat 19, lane 1, Francesca Brady, lane 2, Chloe Scott, lane 3, Madison McFadden, lane 4, Grace Taylor, lane 5, Darcy Dixon, lane 6, Jasmine Bullock-Teal.
Okay, and we're halfway down the pool. Lanes 5 and 6. They're out in front at the moment, Darcy Dixon and Jasmine Bullock-Teal. Coming under the flag, Jasmine just in front, but the other lanes all coming through now. Who's going to take the touch? It is Jasmine in 29.94, and we move on to Heat 20.
Heat 20, lane 1, Phoebe Grogan, lane 2, Olivia Borland, lane 3, Amelia Moss, lane 4, Isabel Yates, lane 5, Sarah Butterworth, lane 6, Lucy Whittles.
Straight over the halfway point. Nothing really between these swimmers. Potentially it is lane 5, slightly out in front on lane 2. As we come to the flags, it is lane 5, Zara Butterworth of Aquabirds out in front, but everybody coming through now for the touch. It could be anyone's. It's Zara Butterworth, 29.66. Heat 21.
Heat 21, lane 1, Sandra Jacka, lane 2, Jenna Cross, lane 3, Grace Jackson, lane 4, Alana Caruthers, lane 5, Megan Doherty, and lane 6, Emily Latham.
Okay, can we have, for event 651, the women's 50 freestyle, can we have all remaining swimmers to marshal in? That's all remaining swimmers to marshal in. And as we come up to the flags, lane number 3, very closely followed by lane 4 and 5. And we take the touch, it is Grace Jackson in a time of 29.91. We move on to heat 22.
Heat 22, lane 1, Sophia Gilbert, lane 2, Ava Grace Hodson, lane 3, Eleanor Edwards, lane 4, Caitlin O'Brien, lane 5, Georgia Sheffield, lane 6, Ellie Duxbury.
They're all flying down the pool at this stage, nothing between any of these swimmers, maybe lane 2 slightly out in front, but lane 6 and 5 very close. It is lane 6 marginally out in front as we get to the flags. Lane 2, Ava Grace Hodson coming through. And it is Ava Grace Hodson taking the touch in 30.22. We move on to heat 23.
Heat 23, lane 1, Abigail Turner, lane 2, Isabel Brearley, lane 3, Madeline Hemmers, lane 4, Heidi Wild, lane 5, Samantha Harrington, lane 6, Ruby Swinney.
So, over the halfway point, make our way down to the business end of the pool. And it is lane number 5, Samantha Harrington, out in front. As we approach the flags, she's got half a body length lead on everybody else. But lane 4 is coming up inside her. And it is lane number 5, Samantha Harrington, 29.33. We move on to heat 24.
Heat 24, lane 1, Sophie Gavard, lane 2, Lauren Airy, lane 3, Phoebe Hayward, lane 4, Georgia Carroll, lane 5, Natalie Charlesworth, lane 6, Maya Smith.
And we're over the halfway point. Again, it's lanes 5 and 6 out in front. Natalie Charlesworth, Garstang, Maya Smith, the Burnley Bobcats. We approach the flags, but the swimmers on the inside now making ground, all in a straight line. Lane number 2 coming through, Lauren Airy of Preston, and she takes the touch in a time of 29.17. We move on to heat 25.
Heat 25, lane 1, Olivia Edgar, lane 2, Ellie Moran, lane 3, Gabrielle Booth, lane 4, Ruby Crossman, lane 5, Libby Poole, and lane 6, Hannah O'Brien.
Okay, and we're already over the halfway. Nothing really between lanes 4 and 5. Lane 1 coming up the inside as well. We come towards the flags. Nothing between 1, 2, 4 and 5 and 6 as well. And it is lane 6, Hannah O'Brien, who takes the touch, 29.48.
Heat 26, lane 1, Heidi Halewood, lane 2, Elizabeth Gregson, lane 3, Jenny Liu, lane 4, Ella Blundell, lane 5, Chloe Shaw, and lane 6, Sue Calderbank. Just letting you know, in Heat 25, lane 1 was a DQ. Heat 25, lane 1 was a DQ.
We're on our way with Heat 26. Lane number 5 and 6 really pushing hard out in front. Chloe Shaw, Wigan Best, reaches the flags first. Right next to Sue Calderbank. Who's going to take the touch? It is lane number 5, Chloe Shaw, 29.26, and we move on to heat 27.
Heat 27, lane 1 is Lucy Parsons, lane 2 Cara Toyle, lane 3 Danielle Brady, lane 4 Grace Waring-Hewlett, lane 5 Grace Morley, lane 6 Lucy Dixon.
Okay, straight over the halfway already. Out in front, Grace Waring-Hewlett of Preston, closely followed by Grace Morley of Bootle. Approaching the flags, it is Grace Waring-Hewlett in front by half a body length, and she's going to take the touch in 28.63, and we move on to heat 28.
Heat 28, lane 1 Evie Cutter, lane 2 Caitlin Gibson, lane 3 Bailey Surrey, and lane 4 Ella Price.
Very, very quick start. Only 4 swimmers in this heat. Nothing between these now as we get over the halfway point. Moving down to the flags and the business end of the pool. It is lane number 1, Evie Cutter, lane number 2, Caitlin Gibson. Slightly in front of the other 2. Who's going to take the touch? It is Caitlin Gibson in 29.32. And we move on to heat 29.
Heat 29, lane 1 is Daisy Lewis, lane 2 Tilly Copeland, lane 3 Zara Mann, lane 4 Caitlin Mailer, lane 5 Holly Carnes, and lane 6 is Bethany Shum.
So they cross the halfway line almost in a straight line, all the swimmers. Slightly out in front is lane number 3, Zara Mann of Preston. And we're coming towards the flags now. It is Zara Mann, and it is lane 6, Bethany Shum of Bolton. Caitlin Mailer coming up the inside as well. It is Zara Mann taking that in 28.72. We move on to heat 30.
Heat 30, lane 1 Lauren Cussig, lane 2 Brittany Bakango, lane 3 Charlotte Collinson, lane 4 Pippa Darlington, lane 5 Peter Chilton, lane 6 Amy Ainsworth.
Fast start from lane number 4, Pippa Darlington, closely followed by a Preston teammate, Charlotte Collinson, in lane 3. They make their way down towards the flags now, and it is Pippa Darlington out in front, about half a body length between her and Charlotte Collinson. She's trying to catch her on the wall. It is Pippa Darlington in 28.13, and we move on to heat 31.
Heat 31, lane 1 Nicole Adeyeye, lane 2 Mia Mason, lane 3 Isabel Lipshot, lane 4 Gracie Louise Potts, lane 5 Eleanor Kay, and lane 6 Aliyah Day.
Okay, over the halfway now, making our way down towards the flags. Nothing really between them, but lanes 4 and 5 look like they're out in front at the moment. Eleanor Kay, Gracie Louise Potts, we get to the flags. It is Gracie Louise Potts with an arm's length lead, but everyone's going for the touch. It is Gracie Louise Potts in 28.73. We move on to heat 32.
Heat 32, lane 1 is Kira Prentice, lane 2 Martha Smith, lane 3 Emma Hodgson, lane 4 Olivia Marshall, lane 5 Hattie Valley, and lane 6 is Madison Rend.
And we're over the halfway point. Out in lane number 4 is out in front, Olivia Marshall, Isla Mann, moving towards the flags. Everybody else in a straight line behind her, but she's got half a body length lead powers towards the wall and takes the touch in 27.95. And we move to heat 33.
Heat 33, lane 1, Katie Rawnsley, lane 2, Mia Buslam, lane 3, Olivia Lloyd-Jones, lane 5, Georgiana Bott, and lane 6, Hannah Morris.
This is an announcement for team managers and coaches. Event 652, the men's open 100 metre backstroke. Then heats 1 through to 5 go through to marshalling. Heats 1 to 5 of event 652, the men's 100 metres backstroke. As we reach the flags, it is lane 3 out in front who takes the touch, Olivia Lloyd-Jones in 27.47. We move on to heat 34.
Last heat, heat 34, lane 1, Lisa Bazagi, lane 2, Anna Healy, lane 3, Laura Kinley, lane 4, Emma Flannery, lane 5, Lydia Swindell, and lane 6, Amy Crompton-Hesford.
Already over the halfway in this last heat of the 50 metre women's freestyle, and we're moving down towards the end of the pool. It is lane 4 out in front, closely followed by lane 3. And who's going to take the... Oh, lane 1's come up right up the inside and took that at the end. It is Lisa Barzaghi, Bolton Metro, 27.38. And that concludes the women's 50 metre freestyle, and we move on to event 652, the men's open 100 metre backstroke. There are 10 heats of this event, and this is heat number 1.
In heat number 1, from the Isle of Man, in lane 2, we've got Caleb Crow. In lane 3, we've got James Vaughan from Wigan Best. And in lane 4, we've got Lee Scholes from Oldham Aquatics.
So as we said, this is heat number 1 of the 100 metre backstroke. And we can just take a little bit of a breath after the fast and furious 50 freestyle there. The boys make their way down the pool for the first time. In a minute, it is Oldham Aquatics' Lee Scholes who is going to turn round first, and he does in 39.12. All the boys turn round on a 39 though, so very, very close. So as they make their way towards the final 15, Caleb Crow starting to come back. A bit of a trademark finish this really, Caleb. Powering through into the last 15, it's him and Lee Scholes. But as I said, I think Caleb is going to get the touch on this one. He does in a time of 1 minute 20.41. We move on to heat number 2.
Heat number 2, lane 1 is Owen Donnelly, lane 2 is Noah Lazenby Tracy, lane 3 Finlay Arnold, lane 4 Oliver Pearson, lane 5 Joshua Paul and lane 6 Harrison Dale.
Okay, we have finalists to announce for the Women's Open 50 Freestyle. So in your 10 and 11 age group, your finalists from Ramsbottom is Gracie Yates. From Preston is Bethany McWembre. From Wigan Best is Poppy Johnson. From Southport is Mia Robinson. From Fleetwood is Grace Tushingham, and from Wigan Best is Gracie Smith. Your reserve finalist from Clitheroe is Eva Turner, and from Wigan Best is Camilla Holland. Well, but at the moment, as they make their way back down, lane number 3, way out in front of he comes into the final 15. And lane number 3, Crosby's Finlay Arnold. Entry time was 1:17. And he says bye-bye to that as he touches at 1:12.80. Second is Joshua Paul, and third is Owen Donnelly. We move on to heat 3.
In heat 3, lane 1 is Ethan McGuinness, lane 2 is Archie Lorimer, lane 3 Jack Seddon, lane 4 Ross Gorn, lane 5 Alfie Owen, and lane 6 Ethan Mailer.
Okay, back to your finalists for the 50 freestyle in the 12 years age group. From Wigan Best is Anaya Foxwell. From Southport is Sophie Lee. From the City of Manchester is Kerry Sullivan. From Stretford is Olivia Rowland. From Leyland Barracudas is Megan Ellis. And from Preston is Irie Whittaker. Your reserve finalist from Southport is Evie Sampson. And Leyland Barracudas, Elizabeth Adam. Moving on to your 13 years age group, your finalists from Wigan Best, Anaya Chisnall. From City of Salford, Jessica Corder. From Wigan Best, Evie Cutter. From Crosby, Maeve Bunclerk. From Wigan Best, Neve Mussel. And from Preston, Nadina Kapoor. Your reserve finalist from Ormskirk is Joni Dunn. And from Clitheroe is Leyland Newton. So as the boys make their way back down the pool, this time lane 3 just out with a slender lead, and that is Jack Seddon of Bolton Metro. Lane 2 in Archie Lorimer working hard to try and cut that lead down as they come into the final 15. As they make their way under the flags, here's going to be the touch this. Lane 3, Jack Seddon still out in front, and he does touch first in 1:11.31, followed by Archie, and then it was Ethan McGuinness. We move to heat 4.
And in heat 4, lane 1 is Jonathan Waters, lane 2 is Luke Brussels, lane 3 is Isaac Chow, lane 4 is Charlie Chadwick, lane 5 William Irvine, and lane 6 is Thomas Foster.
Moving back to your finalists, in the 14 years age group, we have got Wigan Best, Lily Tipping. From the City of Salford, Gracie Louise Potts. From Preston, Charlotte Collinson. Also from Preston, Zara Mann. From Wigan Best, Isabel Liptrot. And from Prescott, Jessica Ball. Your reserve finalist from Wigan Best is Phoebe Grogan. And from the City of Salford is Grace Jackson. Moving on to your 15 years age group from Aquabers, we have Lauren Cussick. From Leyland Barracudas is Hannah Morris. From Bolton Metro is Lisa Bazagi. From Wigan Best is Lydia Swindell. From Preston is Grace Waring-Hewlett. And from Crosby is Madison Wrens. Your reserve finalists for this one, the City of Salford's Brittany Bikangu. And from Bootle is Grace Morley. Okay, back to the action in lane number 4 is Charlie Chadwick, who's out in front in the green hat. Working very hard. Next after that is lanes 2 and 3. Charlie comes under the flags and into the wall, and he'll touch in a time of 1:09.33. Second goes to Isaac in 1:11.89, and third is Luke in 1:11.98. We move to heat 5.
Heat 5, lane 1 is Ollie Bottomley, lane 2 is Jack Corden, lane 3 is Samuel Grimes, lane 4 is Henry Holding, lane 5 is Luca Ishmael Keys, and lane 6 is Luke Batty.
Moving back to more finalists in the 53 style, this time the 16 years age group. From City of Manchester is Tilly Copeland. From Bolton Metro is Eleanor Kay. From Wigan Best is Anna Healy. From City of Liverpool is Mia Burslem. From Wigan Best is Amy Crompton-Hesford. From the City of Manchester is Mia Mason. And your reserve finalist from Blackpool is Peter Chilton. And from Leyland Barracudas is Ella Blundell. Moving on to your 17s and over, from Preston is Pippa Darlington. From City of Salford is Emma Flannery. From City of Manchester is Olivia Lloyd-Jones. From the Isle of Man is Laura Kinley. Also from Isle of Man is Olivia Marshall. And from the Isle of Man is Emma Hodgson. Your reserve finalists are Hattie Varley from Burnley and Bethany Shum from Bolton. You have 15 minutes for any withdrawals. As they make their way home and they go under the flags, it is lane number 3, Sam Grimes. He touches in 1:06.12. Second is Ollie Bottomley, and in third is Henry Holding. We move to heat number 6.
And in heat number 6, lane 1 is Leon Callaghan, lane 2 is Joel Birtles, lane 3 is Annan Clark, lane 4 is Samuel Sutcliffe, lane 5 Matthew Fuller-Love, and lane 6 is Oliver Carter.
It's got some more results to announce in the combined area. Multi-classification. In second place is in the 50-metre freestyle is Kiara Felon of City of Salford, and in first place, also from the City of Salford, is Georgia Sheffield. At the first turn, it is Samuel Sutcliffe who turns in front, 31.29, really closely followed by Joel Birtles of Aquabers. Make our way back up the pool. Samuel out in front, lane 4. Joel pushing hard over in lane 2, and in lane number 6, Oliver Carter of Bury and Elton kicking really hard as we move towards this second turn. And at the end of the touch, it is Samuel Sutcliffe in 1:07.14.
In heat 7, in lane 1 is Leo Taylor from Leyland Barracudas. From the City of Salford is Miles Flanagan in lane 2. In lane 4, we've got Rhys Jenkins from the City of Salford. Lane 5 is Hayden Soul from Preston, and lane 6 is Joshua Hayes from Wigan Best.
Okay, this is an announcement for team managers and coaches. Event 653, the women's 200 metres butterfly can heats 1 through to 4 go to marshalling. That's the women's 200 metres butterfly, heats 1 through to 4 to marshalling. And we've turned already at the far end and make our way back up the second 50. It was Hayden Soul from Preston turning in 32.46, followed by Josh Hayes of Wigan Best in 32.83. Over in lanes 5 and 6. In lane 4, Reece Jenkins of City of Salford, pushing both those swimmers really hard, but it is still Hayden Soul out in front. And at the touch, it is Hayden Soul, finishing in a time of 1:07.74. And we move on to Heat 8.
In Heat 8, Lane 1 from Blackpool Aquatics is Maxwell Sturziker. Lane 2 from Southport is Joel Morley. Lane 3 from Wigan Best is Matthew Tinkler. Lane 4, Alex Campbell from Oldham Aquatics. Lane 5, Tom Arkwright from Leyland Barracudas. And Lane 6 is Emil Dawkins from Preston.
Okay, urgent announcement for team managers and coaches. The small pool is to be used for warm downs only, please. Team managers and coaches, please make sure you are watching your swimmers who are in the warm down pool. If the bad behaviour continues, the warm down pool will be closed. Thank you.
Coming back up the pool now. In the front is Joel Morley of Southport in lane number 2. He's closely followed by Matt Tinkler of Wigan Best. And those two out in front as we move forward. It is Matt Tinkler coming through Wigan Best in lane number 3. And we go to the touch. Who's going to touch first between those two? It's Joel Morley in 1:01.77. Matt Tinkler second place, 1:01.83. Heat number 9.
Heat number 9, in lane 1 is Finlay Pope from Ramsbottom. Lane 2 is Charlie Collins from Wigan Best. Lane 3 is Francis Dyson from Oldham Aquatics. Lane 4 from the Isle of Man is Harvey Lowe, and also from the Isle of Man. Lane 5 is Dominic Morgan, and lane 6 is Isaac Jones from Preston.
Okay, we're coming down to the first turn. And turning first is Francis Dyson of Oldham Aquatics, followed by Harvey Lowe of the Isle of Man in second place. Third place goes to Charlie Collins, Wigan Best. Back up the pool. In lane number 3, Francis Dyson still in front from Oldham Aquatic. Moving towards the business end. We come towards the flags. It is still Francis. Just inside of him, though, in lane number 4, it's Harvey Lowe of the Isle of Man. And it is Francis Dyson touching first in 1:02.5, Harvey Lowe 1:03.65, and Charlie Collins in 1:04.91. We move on to Heat 10.
And the last heat, Heat 10, lane 1, we've got James Hanford from Leyland Barracudas. Lane 2 is Flynn Smith from Southport. From the City of Manchester, in lane 3 is Ruben Robotham Keating. Lane 4 from Carnforth is Yayan Blackwell. Lane 5 from Stretford is Benjamin Overland. And lane 6 from the City of Manchester is Jake Christen.
All these swimmers entering in around 1 minute, some swimmers under the minute mark. And as we take the turn at the far end, it is Ruben Robotham Keating from the City of Manchester turning in 29.29, followed by Flynn Smith of Southport in 31.4. All the way back up the pool we come. Will he be able to break this minute mark? He's well out in front, Ruben, at the moment. Tracked in lanes 4 and 5 by Ian Blackwell and Benjamin Overland. What time will we get? It's 1 minute, 0.51 seconds for Ruben Robotham Keating. And second place is Ian Blackwell. And third place is Benjamin Overland. We move on to event 653, the Women's Open 200 metre butterfly, and this is heat number 1.
And in this first heat, in lane number 1 from Southport is Evie Sampson. In lane number 2 from Wigan Best is Isabel Lloyd. In lane number 3, Lottie Badger from Liverpool Penguins. And from Bolton Metro in lane number 4 is Grace Taylor. And lane 5 from Wigan Best is Lucy Vaughan. And also from Wigan Best in lane 6 is Gracie Smith.
So a quick good luck message to my bestie Jess Corder of the City of Salford in the 53 final from Liv Wilson. Okay, finalists to announce in the men's 100 metre backstroke in the 12 years age group. From Oldham Aquatics is Lee Scholes, from the Isle of Man is Caleb Crow, from Southport is Harrison Dale, and from Wigan Best is James Vaughan. In your 13 years age group, from Crosby is William Irvine, also from Crosby is Finlay Arnold, from Ramsbottom is Samuel Sutcliffe, from Clitheroe is Archie Lorimer, from Ramsbottom is Ethan McGuinness, and from Wigan Best is Alfie Owen. Your reserve finalist from Ormskirk is Joshua Paul, and from Clitheroe is Owen Donnelly. Moving on to your 14 years age group. From Bolton Metro is Jack Seddon, from Wigan Best is Joshua Hayes, from the City of Salford is Ollie Bottomley, from Preston is Isaac Jones, from Flixton is Charlie Chadwick, and from Everton is Isaac Chow. Your reserve finalist for this one is Prescott Luke Brussels, and Blackpool's Jonathan Waters. Moving to your 15 years age group, your finalist from Preston is Emile Dawkins, also from Preston is Hayden Soul, and from Ramsbottom is Finlay Pope. Moving on to your 16 years age group, from Aquabers we've got Joel Birtles, from Blackpool is Maxwell Sturziker, from Southport is Flynn Smith, from Wigan Best is Charlie Collins, also from Wigan Best is Samuel Grimes, City of Manchester Jake Christen, reserve finalists Henry Holding from Burnley and Leo Taylor from Leyland. And your 17s and over from Leyland we've got Tom Arkwright, from Wigan is Matthew Tinkler, from City of Manchester Ruben Robotham Keating, from Southport Joel Morley, from Oldham is Francis Dyson, and from Carnforth is Ewan Blackwell. Your reserve finalist from Stretford is Benjamin Overland, and from Isle of Man is Harvey Lowe. You have 15 minutes to withdraw. So as they come towards the last 15, as it has been the entire race, it is lane 5 in Lucy Vaughan out in front. And as she goes under the flags, Lucy touches in a time of 2:42.94. Second is Grace Taylor, touching in 2:46.45. And Isabel Lloyd from Wigan touches third, 2:49.12. So as Gracie comes underneath the flags, Gracie touches in a time of 3 minutes 16:27. We move on to heat number 2.
And in heat 2, in lane 1, we've got Emma Holmes from the City of Manchester. Lane 2 is Amelia Moss from Burnley Bobcats. Lane 3 is Heather Moore from Southport. Lane 4 is Ruby Swinney from Bolton Metro. Lane 5 is Holly Carnes from Bury and Elton. And lane 6 is Lucia Lesty from the City of Salford.
Okay, so as they make their way up the pool the first time, lanes 2, 3, 4 and 6. Looks like lane number 4 will take the turn the first time round. It is Ruby Swinney in 33.68. So again, as they make their way down, still lanes 2, 3 and 4 very tight together. Amelie, Heather and Ruby. Not far behind them, over in lane 6 is Lucia. And Emma and Holly not far behind there as well. But as they come round for the halfway point, touching first is Amelia this time. She touched in 1:13.61, over 3/10 lead over Heather in lane number 3. And Ruby is still not far behind, as we said. Lucia making her way through as well. So at the moment it looks like it's Heather Moore of Southport who's getting herself a lead. It is over a body length now. Heather turns around in 1:56.09. Amelia Moss not giving up though in lane 2, fighting hard as they make their way back down the final 50. Lucia Leslie coming through strong as well in lane 6. I say it's still Heather at the moment, but as I say, Lucia Leslie catching with every stroke as the moment as she's going through. I think she's probably going to run out of the pool, but it is Heather coming through. She's going to touch the wall. Time of 2:36.99. Lucia touches in 2:39.05, and Amelie touches it in 2:39.75. Move on to heat number 3.
And in heat number 3 in lane 1 from Wigan Best is Amelia Picton. Lane 2 is Lily Lampersey from the City of Salford. And also from the City of Salford in lane 3 is Katie Lee. In lane 5 from Wigan Best is Evie Cutter. And in lane 6 from the City of Salford is Grace Jackson.
So we're down to the far end of the pool already, coming under the flags. Nothing between the swimmers at this stage. I think really slightly it's lane number 3, Katie Lee. She'll start in front, and it is that. She turns in 33.62, but less than a second between her and everybody else in the field. We make our way back up the pool to try and get the turn for the second time. It is Katie still out in front. All the swimmers in a straight line, working hard across the rest of the lanes. So it's lane number 2 coming back now, Lily Lambert-Piercy, and lane number 5, Evie Cutter. And on the turn, it is Lily Lambert-Piercy turning first in 1:12.04. Again, less than half a second behind her to Katie Lee. Evie Cutter, probably a second and a half behind them, the front marker at that stage. All pushing hard now through second 25 of this third leg. And as we come under the flags again, Lily Lampierce extending that lead now, full body length in front of Katie Lee, who turns second, 1.5 seconds behind, and Evie Cutter, 3.53 behind. And we come into the final 50 metres now. Everybody really working hard. Lily retaining that body length lead over Katie Lee. And Evie Cutter out in third, having their own competition with Grace Jackson on the far side in lanes 5 and 6. And coming through as we approach the touch, it is Lily Lampierce in 2 minutes 31.36. Second place is Katie Lee in 2:34.02, and third place is Evie Cutter in 2:35.89. And we move on to heat number 4.
And in this final heat, heat number 4, in lane 1 from the City of Salford is Amelie Bloxage. And in lane 2, also from the City of Salford, is Ella Bloxage. Lane 3 is Rachel Hornby from Wigan Best, and also from Wigan Best in lane 4 is Olivia Sheehan. Lane 5 from Burnley Bobcats is Lucy Turner, and lane 6 from Wigan Best is Eve Horton. Following this heat, we will have a short break to prepare for the finals. So after this heat, there will be a short break to prepare for the finals. Thank you.
So turning first after the first 50 metres was Olivia Sheehan, 31.36. Right behind her is Rachel Hornby, Wigan Best, 31.87. Nothing between the rest of the field. Make our way back up the pool. And in lane number 4, Olivia Sheehan is out in front this stage. Just behind her is lanes 3, Rachel Hornby, and lane 5, Lucy Turner. And we turn for the second time. It is Olivia Sheehan turning first in 1:06.28. 1.22 seconds behind her is Rachel Hornby and Lucy Turner. 2.18 behind. We make our way back down the pool for the final time. It is still Olivia Sheehan out in front. Rachel Hornby working hard to make up the ground next to her in lane number 3. And as she gets to the far side, she touches and turns in 1 minute 43.16. Second place, Rachel Hornby, 1:44.59. And Ella Bloxage now 4 seconds behind in 1:46.92. All the swimmers now using everything to get down this final straight. Olivia retaining that body length lead over Rachel as we reach the last 15 metres. Holding on now is Olivia. And at the touch, it is Olivia Sheehan in a time of 2:21.26. Second place goes to Rachel Hornby in 2:23.48. Third place is Ella Bloxage in 2:24.39. And that concludes our heats for today. And as we've just stated previously, we'll be having a very, very short break before we start the finals.
Okay, quick announcement for Ormskirk coaches, managers. As I said, Joshua Paul was one of the reserves for the 100 back. We have had a withdrawal, so Joshua Paul you do now have a swim in the final. As we said, there will be a break. Got a few things to sort out upstairs, get some results to you. As I said, from those previous races, and one or two other little things to let you know about as well, so please bear with us. We'll be back with you shortly. So we've got a couple of messages there. Come on, Katie Lee, you can do it. I guess that was referring to the 200 fly she's just done. Well done, Katie. And also, good luck, Gracie Smith, in your final race, your 53 final at Counties 2022. We are all amazingly proud of you. Go and smash it, kid, from Kath and Dave Smith. All right, some results to announce from the women's 200 metres butterfly. So in the 10 and 11 years age group, in first place from Wigan Best in a time of 3 minutes 16:27 is Gracie Smith. In your 12 years age group, your winner from Southport in a time of 2 minutes 50.25 was Evie Sampson. In your 13 years age group, in third place from City of Salford was Lucy Alesti. In second place from Wigan Best was Evie Cutter, and in first place in a time of 2 minutes 26.95 from the City of Salford is Emily Bloxage, who takes third in the juniors. Moving on to your 14 years age group, in third place from Wigan Best was Lucy Vaughan. In second place from City of Salford is Grace Jackson, and in first place, also from City of Salford in a time of 2 minutes 34.02 is Katie Lee. Moving on to your 15 years age group, in third place from Bolton Metro is Grace Taylor. In second place, also from Bolton Metro, was Ruby Swinney. And in first place in a time of 2 minutes 36.99 from Southport was Heather Moore. Moving on to your 16 years age group, in third place from Burnley Bobcats was Amelia Moss. In second place from Wigan Best is Eve Horton, who takes second in the juniors. And in first place in a time of 2:24.39 from City of Salford is Ella Bloxage, who takes first in the juniors and third in the seniors. Moving on to your 17 years and over, in third place from Burnley Bobcats was Lucy Turner. In second place from Wigan Best is Rachel Hornby, who also takes second in the seniors. And your winner in a time of 2 minutes 21.26 from Wigan Best was Olivia Sheehan, who also comes first in the seniors. As we said, please bear with us. Still got one or two more things to get ourselves sorted with upstairs before we head towards finals. Okay, then before we get on to the finals, we've got our first presentation to get underway. And this presentation is going to be for the age group scoring. So what we are going to do is go in reverse order. We are going to go in reverse order for your top 5. And obviously once we announce your winners, if they can make their way down towards the starting end, and as I said, the president of Lancashire County Water Polo and Swimming Association, Rick Atkinson, will present that team with the trophy. So, yeah, big round of applause for Rick, looking dapper down there on poolside. There he is, he's on the screen as well. YouTube famous is Rick. Okay, so here we go. As we said, your top 5 in reverse order. So coming in 5th place is Ramsbottom. Coming in 4th place is the City of Manchester. Coming in 3rd place is Bolton Metro. In 2nd place is the City of Salford. And your winners of the age group shield is Wigan Best. If Wigan would like to make their way around to see Rick and collect your shield. So you can see the Wigan Best swimmers coming round. I need to find the team captains to go and collect the shield on Wigan Best's behalf. As I said, we do have another shield to give out as well, but at the moment it's too close to call who's going to be taking that home with them. We'll find out after the finals. Okay, so I think we're ready. So if Rick is going to hand over the trophy, we give a big round of applause to the Wigan Best swimmers. Congratulations to Wigan Best, your age group winners for 2022. Okay. Even Olivia running around the pool. Get me in the picture. Come on, Rachel, we've got some finals to do. All right, there we go. Once again, a big well done to Wigan Best. As we said, get yourselves back around to your coaches and we will get these finals underway very shortly indeed. So it's please bear with us. Finals will be starting shortly. As we said, there is still the other shield to hand out, which is the championship one. But as I did say just before the age groups were handed out, that one is too close to call at the moment and will all depend on what happens in the finals.
Okay, we are getting ready for the first final of this afternoon, and the first one will be event 655, which is the men's 12 years 100-metre backstroke. And we've got 4 finalists this afternoon. Okay, then introducing your finalist this afternoon in lane number 2 from Oldham Aquatics is Lee Scholes. And in lane number 3 from the Isle of Man is Caleb Crow. From Southport in lane 4 is Harrison Dale. And from Wigan Best in lane 5 is James Vaughan.
So off we go. As I said, James came up first. We got a little lead over Caleb. I said, as the boys swimming on 100 here. Only find out once they turn around and head back down who's going to have the power. James, though, from Wigan Best is out in front at the moment in lane 5. Very close after that is Caleb and Harrison. But as I was saying in the heats earlier on, Caleb always has a very fast second 50. So we'll see as they make their way around. It is very close, though, at the moment. But on the turn, it is Caleb. He is out in front. They start to make their way back down the pool. This is going to be, as I said, very close to the medals. Looks like Caleb's still out in front at the moment. And now, as I said, coming through the 25, he's starting to motor his Caleb. As I've said, all counties, it's been his trademark. The Isle of Man coach is doing everything they can to push him through. Second place at the moment is looking like Harrison Dale. And then Lee Scholes just after that with James Vaughan not far behind. But as Caleb comes under the flags, he's going to come in to touch the wall. Caleb touches in 1:17.33. Second place is Harrison Dale. And third is Lee Scholes. Okay, so we are going to be moving on to event 656, the men's 13 years 100 metres backstroke final. Introducing your finalists in lane number 1 from Wigan Best, Alfie Owen. In lane 2 from Ramsbottom, Ethan McGuinness. In lane number 3 from Ramsbottom, Samuel Sutcliffe. In lane 4 from Clitheroe, Archie Lorimer. In lane 5 from Crosby, William Irvine. And in lane number 6 from Ormskirk, Joshua Paul. So off we go, and as it has been, it is Samuel Sutcliffe taking the early lead already around about a body length over, I would say, Archie in lane number 4. And again, Sam Sutcliffe going through 35 metres, and he just seems to be pulling away. And I said, it looks like Archie's running in second place, and Ethan McGuinness in third at the moment as they come round for the turn. Sam turns, in 31.96. Archie running second, followed by Ethan McGuinness. Like I said, lanes 1, 2 and 4 are all battling it out at the moment for medals, but lane 5 in William is fighting hard. I said Samuel's still out in front, but the actual rest of the pack are catching him here. Like I said, I think the rest of the pack are going to run out of the pool, but you have got Sam coming under the flags after that. Lanes 1, 2 and 4 in contention for medals. Sam Sutcliffe touches in 1:08.19. Second place goes to Alfie Owen in 1:11.12. And third goes to Archie Lorimer in 1:12.27.
We move on to our 14 years 100 metre backstroke final. Your finalists in lane 1 from Bolton Metro, Jack Seddon. In lane 2, from Wigan Best, Josh Hayes. In lane 3, from the city of Salford, Ollie Bottomley. In lane 4, from Preston, Isaac Jones. In lane 5, from Flixton, Charlie Chadwick. And in lane 6, from Everton, Isaac Chow. They all come up in a straight line. Lanes 2, 3 and 4 very, very closely bunched together. We go through the first 25 metres. It is Isaac Jones of Preston slightly out in front from Ollie Bottomley of Salford and Josh Hayes of Wigan Best. Come to the flags, he is in front. And at the turn, it is Isaac Jones turning in 31.78, followed by Ollie Bottomley and Josh Hayes, who are within a second of him. Coming back down now and reaching the final 25 metres. Isaac in front, got a body length lead now against Ollie in lane number 3. Josh Hayes pushing hard in lane 2, and in lane number 5, Charlie Chadwick of Flixton. And as we get to the touch, it is Isaac Jones in 106.39. Second place goes to Ollie Bottomley in 107.18. And third place goes to Josh Hayes in 108.58. We move on to the next final.
Moving on now to event 658, which is the men 15 years old 100-metre backstroke final. And in lane 2, we've got Emil Dawkins from Preston. And also from Preston in lane 3 is Hayden Soul. And in lane 4 from Ramsbottom, we've got Finlay Pope.
So off we go in this one, and going out very fast is lane number 4 is Ramsbottom's Finlay Pope. It's getting very hot in here. But as I say, it is Finlay who's out in front. Round about the body length over the 2 Preston swimmers. So as he turns around, he turns in 31.50 over a second over Hayden. He's running second, and not far behind him is Emil. So we will see how this one unfolds. As we said at the moment, it is still Finlay who's out in front as he comes down towards his final 15 metres. Hayden still running second, Emil running third. So again, as they make their way into the final 5 metres, Finlay touches in 104.84. Second is Hayden in 107.75, and Emil touches in 109.63. Okay, so we move on to event 659, the men's 16 years, 100 metres backstroke final. Introducing your finalists in lane number 1 from Aquabers, Joel Birtles. In lane 2 from Blackpool Aquatics, Maxwell Sturziker. In lane number 3 from Southport, Flynn Smith. In lane 4 from Wigan Best, Charlie Collins. In lane number 5 from Wigan Best, Samuel Grimes. And in lane number 6 from the City of Manchester, Jake Christon. So up they come and in a line they go. At the moment is very close, you would say lanes 3 and 4. Flynn and Charlie just seem to have the slight advantage. It is at the moment Flynn and Charlie, but also lane number 2, Maxwell working hard. Charlie Collins turning first in 30.50. Only 2/10 of a lead over Flynn in lane 3 as they start to make their way back down the pool. Going to be close, working hard in lane 2, the orange hat of Maxwell as well. These two are working, and as you can see, Flynn Smith puts a foot down in lane number 3. It is going to be Flynn Smith in lane 3. Flynn touches in 1:02.73. Second place goes to Charlie Collins in 1:04.43. And touching the wall third is Maxwell Sturziker in 1:05.22.
I'll do this. Should I do it? Okay. Yeah. And the last final in the backstroke. So this is the event 660, the 17 years backstroke final. Introducing your finalists. So lane 1 from Leyland Barracudas is Tom Arkwright. Lane 2 from Wigan Best is Matthew Tinkler. From the City of Manchester in lane 3 is Ruben Robotham Keating. And in lane 4 from Southport is Joel Morley. From Oldham Aquatics in lane 5 is Francis Dyson. And in lane 6 from Carnforth is Ian Blackwell.
As they break into stride, out in front in lane number 3 is Ruben Robotham Keating, City of Manchester. Nothing between the rest of the field. As we move towards the flags, it is Ruben in front, closely followed by Matt Tinkler in lane number 2, and with Francis Dyson in lane number 5. Only less than a second between the first 3 swimmers. As we push forward into the last 50 metres, it is Ruben out in front, being pushed now by lanes number 2, Matt Tinkler, and lanes 4 and 5, Joel Morley and Francis Dyson. It looks like Ruben will take the touch, and he does. Huge second place. And it is Ruben Robotham Keating, winner in 59.56. Second place, Matt Tinkler, Wigan Best 1:01.21. And in third place,
I've just got the results of the backstroke finals. So event 655, which was the 12 years age group. In third place from Oldham Aquatics was Lee Scholes. In second place from Southport was Harrison Dale. And in first place with a time of 1:17.33 from the Isle of Man was Caleb Crow.
In your 13 years age group, in third place from Clitheroe was Archie Lorimer. In second place from Wigan Best was Alfie Owen. And in first place in a time of 1:08.19 from Ramsbottom was Samuel Sutcliffe.
In 657, which was the 14 years age group, in third place from Wigan Best was Joshua Hayes. In second place from the City of Salford was Ollie Bottomley, and in first place with a time of 1:06.39 from Preston was Isaac Jones.
Moving on to your 15 years age group, in third place from Preston was Emil Dawkins. In second place from Preston was Hayden Saul, and in first place in a time of 1:04.84 from Ramsbottom is Finlay Pope, who takes third in the junior section.
In the 16 years age group, we have Maxwell Sturziker from Blackpool Aquatics in third place. In second place from Wigan Best, and also taking the junior second place was Charlie Collins, and in first place from Southport was Flynn Smith in a time of 1:02.73 and also winning the junior category.
Moving to your 17 years and older, results in third place from Southport was Joel Morley, who takes third in the seniors. In second place from Wigan Best was Matthew Tinkler, who takes second in the seniors. And in first place, also taking first in the seniors in a time of 59.56 from the City of Manchester was Ruben Robotham Keating.
Okay, moving on now to the 50-metre freestyle finals. So we're starting with event 661, which is the 10 and 11 years age group for the women. And introducing your finalists. In lane number 1 from Wigan Best is Gracie Smith. And from Preston in lane 2 is Bethany Makwembere. And from Wigan Best in lane 3 is Poppy Johnson. In lane 4 from Southport is Mia Robinson. And in lane 5 from Fleetwood is Grace Tushingham. And in lane 6 from Ramsbottom is Gracie Yates.
So off we go with the first freestyle final. And through the first 15, it is very close indeed. Nothing to choose with the swimmers. It looks like lanes 2 and 3 and Bethany and Poppy have got the leads here. They're making their way down the pool and moving in towards the last 15. It still looks like Bethany and Poppy in 2 and 3. It is, as they're coming through and under the flags, it is Poppy Johnson of Wigan Best, and she is going to touch the wall and take it in 33.58. Second is Bethany in 34.15, and third is Mia in 34.41. Okay, moving on to event 662, the women's 12 years 50 metre freestyle final. Introducing your finalists in lane number 1 from Wigan Best, Anaya Foxwell. In lane 2 from Southport, Sophie Lee. In lane 3 from the City of Manchester, Kirby Sullivan. In lane 4 from Stratford, Olivia Rowland. In lane 5 from Leyland Barracudas, Megan Ellis. And in lane 6 from Preston, Larry Whitaker. So off we go with the 12 years final. Cracking start in lane 5 by Megan Ellis. Lanes 3 and 4 working hard to track her down. Looks like Megan's got a slight advantage over over Olivia in lane number 4 as they come through to the final 15. It looks like lane number 5 it is Megan Ellis of Leyland, but lane 2 coming back very strong indeed. Who's going to take this one? Oh my goodness, it is lane number 5. There's Megan in 30.97, second was Sophie in 31.02, and third was Kerry Sullivan in 31.30.
And we're moving on now to our 13 years final. Your finalists started in lane number 1 from Wigan Best, Anaya Chisnall. In lane number 2 from the city of Salford, Jessica Corder. In lane number 3 from Wigan Best, Evie Cutter. In lane number 4 from Crosby, Meave Bunclark. In lane number 5, from Wigan Best, Neve Mussel. And in lane number 6, from Preston, Nandini Kapoor. And they're off in the final. We're moving towards the halfway point already. Out in front, lane number 3, Evie Cutter. A small lead over lane number 4, Meave Bunclark from Crosby. Everybody else tightly bunched, and it is those two out in front. It looks like Evie Cutter with a half body length lead as we approach the flags. And she stretches that lead out and touches him first. Evie Cutter 29.2, second place, Meave Bunclark 30.38, and in third place, Nandini Kapoor in 30.56.
Moving on now to event 664, which is the women 14 years 50 metre freestyle final. And your finalist this afternoon in lane 1 from Wigan Best is Lily Tipping. In lane 2 from the city of Salford is Gracie Louise Potts. And lane 3 from Preston is Charlotte Collinson. And also from Preston in lane 4 is Zara Mann. In lane 5 from Wigan Best is Isabel Liptrot. And from Prescott in lane 6 is Jessica Ball.
And we're off in the 14 years final. Everybody out with a really, really quick start. Out in lane number 3, Charlotte Collinson. Slight lead in front next for Preston teammate Zara Mann. Isabel Lipshot coming up in lane number 5 as well. Nothing between these swimmers at all in the middle of the pool. We get towards the flags. A straight line, the two Preston swimmers with Isabel Lipshot closing down on them. It looks like Charlotte Collinson's in front. And it is Charlotte Collinson who takes the touch, 28.25. Zara Mann in second place in 28.33. And Gracie Louise Potts of the city of Salford in third place.
Okay, we move on to event 665, the women's 15 years 50 metre freestyle final. Introducing your finalists in lane number 1 from Aquabirds, Lauren Cusick. In lane 2 from Leyland Barracudas, Hannah Morris. In lane number 3 from Bolton Metro, Lisa Barzaghi. In lane number 4 from Wigan Best, Lydia Swindell. And in lane number 5 from Preston, Grace Waring-Hewlett. And in lane number 6 from Crosby, Madison Wrens. So off we go. As we said, fast and furious, splash and dash, whatever you want to call it, but that's exactly what it's going to be. As they make their way through 25, it's Lisa Barzaghi who's out in front. Looks like Lydia Swindell and Madison Wrens running second and third as well. As they come through towards the final 15, it is Lisa with Lydia coming second. Let's see, it's all very close. They touch the wall. It is Lisa Barzaghi in 26.97. Lydia Swindell touches second in 27.80. And in third was Madison Wrens in 28.27.
And moving on now to event 666, which is the women's 16 years 50 metre freestyle final. Here are your finalists. In lane 1 from the City of Manchester is Tilly Copeland. From Bolton Metro in lane 2 is Eleanor Kay. And from Wigan Best in lane 3 is Anna Healy. In lane 4 from the City of Liverpool is Mia Burslem. From Wigan Best in lane 5 is Amy Crompton-Hesford. And from the City of Manchester in lane 6 is Mia Mason.
So off we go, and up first was lane number 3 in Anna Healy. But as you can see, it's a very straight line. Nothing to pick between the swimmers, probably Anna and Mia, as well as Amy. Top the front 3 at the moment. Lane 6 in Mia Mason working hard as well. As they come through to the final 15, it is your golden lanes out in front at the minute. It looks like Mia might just have the slight advantage, but as they come in to touch the wall, let's see who takes it. It is Mia Burslem touching in 28.25. Anna Healy, second, 28.36, and Eleanor Kay, 28.57.
And we move on now to the final event of the afternoon and the final event of these county championships. It's the women's 17 years and over 50 metre freestyle final. Introducing your finalists in lane 1 from Preston, Pippa Darlington. In lane 2, from the City of Salford, Emma Flannery. In lane 3, from the City of Manchester, Olivia Lloyd-Jones. In lane 4, from the Isle of Man, Laura Kinley. In lane 5, also from the Isle of Man, Olivia Marshall. And in lane 6, also from the Isle of Man, Emma Hodgson. And as they break in this final event of the competition, straight line, but it looks like lane number 4, Laura Kinley, slightly out in front from lane number 2, which is Emma Flannery, the City of Salford. We move quickly towards the flags. It is lane number 4, slightly out in front, but it's all 3, 2, 3 and 4 on the touch. It's Laura Kinley of the Isle of Man 27.3. Second place, Emma Flannery, City of Salford. Third place, Olivia Lloyd-Jones of City of Manchester. And that concludes this year's championships and the racing. We'll just have some final results and then we'll be finishing off with the championship trophy.
Rick, have you got the trophy, mate? Okay, so we do have the scores in now. And as I said, what we'll do is go in reverse order your top 5. So in joint 5th place was the City of Liverpool and the Isle of Man. In 4th place was Bolton Metro. In 3rd place is the City of Manchester. In 2nd place was Wigan Best. So your winners with 105 points is the City of Salford. If the City of Salford can make their way around to Rick, who will present you with the shield. Congratulations, the City of Salford. Okay, so as you can see, Rick's handed the shield over to the City of Salford. Congratulations, Salford. Once again, many congratulations to the City of Salford.